Hello, citizens of planet Earth, citizens of North and South America, citizens of the North American continent, citizens of the United States of America. My family goes back into the 1776 when the revolution began in this country to bring more peace and justice to this country in a way that hadn't happened on the planet before. To any degree, but anyway, now it's really screwed up. Plutocracy, nepotism, and good old boys networks have taken over our democracy, and that's what I'm here to talk to you about. I did these paintings, 8 of them, to start with, back in 2000, and this was before Bush was elected, and this major change to our society has happened, whereas deregulation has completely destroyed our economic system, etc., etc., etc. I'm not going to get into that. I will get into the paintings themselves. The first painting I did was called Treason, and it's basically a painting of Daddy Bush, Baby Bush, the genetic CEO, corporate gangster, and Cheney, Hamilton, and all his connections and his wealth connected with corporate interests, where they're destroying the environment on our planet simply to make money and stack up piles and piles of money in their pocket, while many people on the continent are desperately poor, desperate to live a life that is of justice, a life that is fair, a life to be able to have a job and feed your family. When I was, I'm almost 70 years old now, and when I was a kid, my father was able to have a job, and it supported our family well, normal, what I call normal. It's not high class, it's not low class, it's in the middle somewhere. And so on one job, he was able to support our family. Now what you have is, it takes more than one income, more than one job, simply to put food on the table and pay the rent. Anyway, this is not the way this country was designed. It was designed where most people are more equal to one another. So anyway, I'll get into the paintings. This first painting is called Treason. Like I said, those are the 4 people on the whatever it is, on the stage, you know, with the hangman noose behind them, because this is treason. This is a criminal offense, and the death penalty is warranted in this situation. Now, I didn't write this. This is written into the rules and regulations of the United States of America. In the foreground of this painting, I have some of the founders, Jefferson, anyway, you'll see who they are. You'll be able to make them out. But what they're doing is basically explaining to these 4 people that are on the gallows stage the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution and what it is. I'll leave that one there. There's a lot to it. If you go to my website, rogerart.com, you can get a longer explanation of any one of these paintings. The next painting I'm going to go to is Paul Revere. Now, Paul Revere, as you know, rode out into Lexington saying the British are coming, where the local community, Lexington, Concord, rose up and said, "We're not taking this anymore, folks." So this is when the American Revolution began. And all of this can be researched in your history books of this country and what it's supposed to be and what it was. Now, we still had slavery, a horrible thing, atrocious. It's a horrendous situation. And there are others. So the country was not perfect to begin with when it started, but we're trying to get it that way. And I marched with the Kings in Forsyth, Georgia, probably 20 years ago, and it's one of my proudest moments, to stand with people, citizens of our planet, and say, hey man, we're all the same, knock this off, this prejudice. And anyway, let me get on to the next painting. The next painting is of Uncle Sam, and it says, I want you millionaires out of government. Well, that one's fairly self-explanatory. Then I have the three, the Senate, the House, the judicial branches of government portrayed, along with the White House. And those paintings I will interject here. The writing on them is hard to read through the images, but if you go to my website, you can find it. The next one is the millionaire's choice of weapons to buy and sell democracy. And it's a picture of a gun and a knife and a bomb. And it's the tools that the rich use against the poor to get their way, which is very undemocratic and unnecessary. War is not necessary on this planet any longer. Then I get into, there's another one where Dennis Kucinich is offering impeachment and a way to solve these problems, which is not getting much play, but that's what this particular painting is about. It's about Dennis Kucinich's articles of impeachment. You can go to afterdowningstreet.org to get more information on this, or kucinich.us, I think it is. All right, anyway, then my latest painting, those 15 or 16 paintings I did 8 years ago, quite ahead of their time, but they're proving true today. The painting that I just finished is of the White House painted in rainbow colors, and you'll be able to read about that also on rogerart.com and rainbowrevolution.org and my other websites all about all of this stuff. So for now, I'm just going to sign off and say, use these paintings any way you want. I made them to bring forth an artist's view of what is happening on the planet. So enjoy, use them, copy them, spread them around, do whatever you want with them. Peace, love, and later, brothers and sisters of the planet. Good afternoon.